Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I've got just one question for you. Are you... No, that's not the one. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Do we think Sami Zayn will have Kevin Owens back at the Royal Rumble? Let's get straight into it. Now, when we talk about partnerships and friendships in the WWE, more often than not, one that comes to mind straight away is that of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They got into the business together, they teamed up together, they fell out and they had matches together. They've got such a historic and storied rivalry turned partnership, turned back to rivalry. They are the best friends, but they're the worst enemies as well. So let's get straight into why I feel like Sami Zayn will have Kevin Owens back at the Royal Rumble. Now, these two have fought wars together, they've bled together, they've had each other's backs, they've betrayed each other time and time again. But somehow we always seem to find a connection, don't we, between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, regardless of what storyline they're currently in or what feud they're currently in. They're always connected some way, somehow. Now, before they were known to WWE fans, we had Kevin Owens as Sami Zayn, as Kevin Steen and El Generico on the independent scene, moving on to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and Ring of Honor. So they met in 2003 in Canada, wrestling on the independent scene. And they were quite polar opposites of each other. One could say that Kevin Steen was a loudmouth. He was out there. He was brash, wasn't he? And El Generico, or Sami Zayn, was quite that reserved underdog character. I mean, just what we see now, isn't it? Sami Zayn is an underdog. So it's kind of opposites attract at that point. Now, they first teamed together in Ring of Honor in 2007. But it wasn't really until 2009 at Ring of Honor Final Battle, I believe it was, where we saw Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen turn on Sami Zayn, El Generico. And that's the first time we really get that right. They've been partners for quite some time now. They've tag teamed, they've had these matches together. We know they're friends, but what happens when one friend gets that jealous side to them? We know Kevin Owens has got that, we saw. He's jealous.
Because I'm jealous!
He's jealous, he wants it. So that's when we first see the rivalry that these two guys can actually have. It was Ring of Honor 2010 then when we saw El Generico, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen do battle in an all-out war, wasn't it? That resulted in Kevin Steen having to leave Ring of Honor. And there's been some great matches on the independent scene as well. But it wasn't until we move on to NXT when we saw both of them in NXT where we had that fantastic match. It was a historic match. And it was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens for the title, which saw Sami Zayn win. And Kevin Owens just absolutely obliterate him after the match. He attacked him. And it was cinema. It was history making. And that was really the final glimpse of what we saw of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in NXT before they then move up to the main roster. That's where things get interesting now. I think it was Battleground 2016. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. It was meant to be their final battle, wasn't it? Their final war. Like a war to settle the score, wasn't it? And we saw Sami Zayn defeating Kevin Owens in what some would consider like a show-stealing match. I think when you've got two guys who have come up from NXT to the main roster, but they carry that rivalry through, then you get the opportunity, don't you, to put on what some would consider match of the year. And it was a fantastic match. And then it doesn't just end there with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. We've got the WrestleMania 37 match with Logan Paul at ringside. What a match. It seems like every time they get the opportunity to put on one of these big shows, these big matches, they absolutely take advantage of it. And you can definitely tell they're best friends. They are best friends, but they're the worst enemies. Now, sometimes, like I said, opposites attract, and they do make a great tag team. Owens and Zayn make a great tag team, and we saw that, didn't we? So we move on to the times where they've shown how good of a tag team they can be. I think what really kicked off the potential that we could see two of the best friends in the industry have a great run as a tag team was the whole Bloodline storyline with Sami Zayn. It was Kevin Owens first who warned Sami Zayn he was being used by Roman Reigns. And this carried on for months and months, didn't it? Until we finally saw at the Royal Rumble 2023, Sami Zayn finally snapped and turned on Roman Reigns. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do what Roman Reigns was asking him to do. And he protected Kevin Owens in that time. He'd had enough and he attacked Roman Reigns. And that was the start then of that partnership between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens that leads all the way through to the WrestleMania main event. So we had many, many months leading up to the main event at WrestleMania. It wasn't going to be the WrestleMania main event. It was an outcry from the fans that really made it happen. And it was WrestleMania 39, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos in the main event of WrestleMania. And what did they do? They went and did it. They captured the tag team titles at the main event of WrestleMania. Two best friends working together to overcome all the odds and capture the titles. Who would have thought? It was cinema. One could say it was a full circle, wasn't it? Two bitter rivals becoming brothers in arms at the biggest, grandest stage of them all. Now we move on to more recent times. It's late 2024, early 2025, and we've got Kevin Owens is on a warpath, isn't he? He's holding what he deems as the rightful title, the real world title in the Winged Eagle. And we've got him facing Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble in a ladder match. Sami Zayn is on a different path, a path to finally show what he's capable of. He came out last week on Raw and he basically said to the crowd, he's never felt really like he needed the World Championship, but now he wants it. He's at the point he wants it now. And he's declared, he spoke to Adam Pearce, he's declared himself for the Royal Rumble. He says he's going to go on and win it. And that leaves the door wide open then, does it? For who to come out but Kevin Owens and literally say, yo, we are best friends. You know, we've had his differences, but we're best friends. Now you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Now that's the question. Throughout their entire history, we've had El Generico and Kevin Steen, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. They've had historic matches. They've had storied rivalries. They've gone on and, as a tag team, won the world titles as best friends at WrestleMania to then kind of fall out of each other's good graces and potentially come back together as two best friends headlining WrestleMania. Who doesn't want to see that? So that's the question for you guys now. Kevin Owens says to Sami Zayn, you have my back, I'll have yours. Now, should said back scratching take place and Sami Zayn help Kevin Owens defeat Cody Rhodes at the main event of the Royal Rumble, what could be the main event of the Royal Rumble, in the ladder match for the WWE Undisputed Championship, Kevin Owens says he'll help Sami Zayn achieve what he wants to achieve in winning the Royal Rumble, leaving both men to go on and headline WrestleMania together for the title. Who doesn't want to see that? I can tell you for a fact, I would like to see that. It's something different, isn't it? It's not just something different, but it's outside the box booking that we've not really seen from WWE for a long time. Will Sami Zayn help Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble? I think, personally, we're going to see a Sami Zayn heel turn. But week by week, we've seen Sami Zayn get into these altercations now where he's accidentally hit an Helluva Kick or done something else to hurt, you know, Cody Rhodes, or it might be Seth Rollins. You know, we've seen that. Now, it paints the picture of, you know, Drew McIntyre, you know, jumping out of the way and he's hitting Cody Rhodes in the corner with a Helluva Kick. But why would he go and try and hit an Helluva Kick on Drew McIntyre when his back's turned? Sami Zayn doesn't do that, does he? He doesn't hit somebody in the back when they're not looking. So my guess is this is Sami Zayn all along, knowing what's going to happen and hitting the Helluva Kick on Cody Rhodes deliberately. And we're going to see that at the Royal Rumble. We're going to see Sami Zayn turn heel and help Kevin Owens win the match against Cody Rhodes. And I don't know if we'll get Sami Zayn winning the Royal Rumble, but we'll definitely get something with Sami Zayn at the Rumble where Kevin Owens is involved. Whether it's then Kevin Owens stabbing Sami Zayn in the back and not fulfilling what he said he would do, that's the possibility. So It's quite a conundrum that we're in at the minute. It's quite a predicament where we've got two potential heels that say that they're going to help each other out, or potentially they're indicating that they're going to help each other out. But are they? I would like to see Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. I'll let you guys decide what you want to see. But I do feel like there's going to be shenanigans at the Royal Rumble where both are involved, and not all is what appears to be seen with Sami Zayn right now. I feel like what he's doing is deliberate. If Kevin Owens does screw him over at the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber could be the key for Sami Zayn. Leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. Do you think Sami Zayn will help Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble beat Cody Rhodes? And do you think in turn Kevin Owens will help Sami Zayn win the Royal Rumble? Or do you think he'll stab him in the back if Sami Zayn helps him first? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a like on the video. Helps us out massively with the algorithm growing. Trying to put out as much cracking content for you guys as possible. More still to come. See you on the next one.